See you around.
There's Ulgrim and Creed.
Good, you've arrived. Things here are in worse shape than I thought.
What happened?
Betrayal, sabotage, call it what you will. We've been attacked from within. The Ethereals, it seems, have gotten a hold of the commander.
He's been possessed?
Precisely. Based on the reports, Commander Lucius has been sending our men out on futile missions, thinning out the force's defenses. Then, once the watch was sufficiently weak, he opened the gates allowing the Ethereals to pour in. He was not counting on human ingenuity, however. Weapons Master Edric collapsed the front gates with some explosives, cutting off the enemy's forces. When we arrived with reinforcements from the south, the coward Lucius fled into the armory. Until those gates are cleared, we are stuck here. We need you to enter the armory and recover what's left of the heavy explosives. Use them to clear the rubble. But beware of Lucius. He has shed his human disguise in favor of a monstrous form, which I cannot even begin to describe. We will likely have to deal with him to get to the explosives.
Okay. Yeah, sure, he will be done.
Prepare yourself. The nightmare buried underneath the necropolis is all too real.
Yeah, I figured. Necropolis. What about you? As you can probably guess, the fort has seen better days. You don't say. I'm going to take every able-bodied man and woman to bring Fort Icon back to its former glory. Care to lend a hand? Sure, what do you need? I need someone capable to enter the armor and recover what's left of our scrap and building materials. The supplies were originally designated for Homestead, but with the recent attacks, we can't afford to spare any resources. After Lucius opened the gates and the Ethereals started pouring through, I had no choice but to collapse our own gate with explosives. The repairs will take weeks, but we can't get started without those supplies. Unfortunately, the possessed commander has fled into the armory, perhaps to finish sabotaging what's left of our arsenal. I hear you are experienced with dealing with Ethereals, so I was hoping you could look into this matter. Count on me, I will cover the explosives. I mean the supplies and the explosives.
What brings you to my forge?
Well, I'm just looking. It's a shame that one does not scale. It's just rubbish.
If you find any blueprints, bring them back.
I take
here.
these. Oh wait. I forgot it's not a vendor.
Find any blueprints, bring them back here. Come see what's left of my wares. See you around.
See, the air reeks of sulfur and smoke. It is difficult to breathe as I write this report. We've been ambushed, facing overwhelming odds. Some kind of ethereal monstrosity has risen from the earth up ahead and it's spreading as the fire whenever it passes. I've never seen anything like it. The captain ordered us to punch through the opposition and take out that horrific thing. But he was killed in the initial attack that claimed the most of our equipment and troops. The men panicked and we were forced to retreat. I managed to rally that few that were left, but it had become abundantly clear that we were not to survive this. I pulled the battalion back to the entrance and ordered a full retreat to Fort Icon. With the Ethereals fast approaching, there was not much time to consider our options. I had the quartermaster hand me what was left of our explosive charges. We rigged the tunnel entrance and set them off, effectively sealed the mountain pass and the ethereals in with it. I regret to report that with the Twin Falls Bridge destroyed and the tunnel sealed, we are now effectively blocked off from the south. We are now but I take solace in knowing that the immolation we witness will not spread beyond the mountain cracks. Just going to drink something before reading this. Okay, Necropolis Scout. Commander Lucius ordered a scouting mission to the north. When I asked what we should be looking for, he almost lost his temper and said anything that might cause a disturbance. His reaction seems rather out of place and strange. The commander is not known for such outbursts. It also struck me odd the way he used the words disturbance. I took my scouting squad through the north gate and almost immediately started seeing some ethereal activity. We changed our course and headed to the hills rather than traveling the main road. It took longer, but we avoided large numbers of ethereal dead. They appear to be gathering in the north in preparation for an attack. The numbers have swelled tremendously since my last mission outside the walls. The return trip is going to prove difficult. I sent one of my scouts back to report this information immediately. Heading north, we passed by the necropolis. From the mountaintop, we did not see anything unusual. Searching as far as we could on our resources, we discovered nothing but accursed blood cultists everywhere. Avoiding them made our progress slow. We did see one strange thing of note. The cultists appear to be collecting blood in vast quantities and hauling them in wagons filled with large glass cisterns. We followed for a bit to see where they were being taken, but we were spotted and forced to retreat. 1st Regimental Scouts of Black Legion, Sergeant Matthias Castellan. Okay, so that's to the prison. We have 3 missions. That one is not important. Not until we are done in Fort Icon. So we need to find the armory. Well, not the prison then. Well, this will lead outside, or... Donation set. See if we can find the armor around here. If not, then we have to go into the prison.
Skill's not ready.
Well, we found it.
Skill's not ready.
Oh, wait, there's a book here. I think we are safe. Icon reports. After the explosion that destroyed the armory, I went back over this past week's report and compiled this collection of excerpts which I found to be relevant. They are pulled together and arranged in order the events took place. It did this in hopes that it will be illuminated how this has happened and raise the questions of what might be done to avoid future attacks like this. That is assuming we survive. Captain Frederick Bashnell. Report 1. Report from the North Wall. Night watch while patrolling the upper wall, I witnessed a soldier enter the armory. I would not make note of it except that he appeared to have been looking around the courtyard to make sure none could see him as he entered the gated door. The torches were out in that area as the courtyard so impossible for me to say who it was. Report 2. Report from the officer of the watch. Several men has gone missing and we suspect that they have deserted. A complete search of the fort and surrounding areas has ended up with no sign of them, however. The scouts have found no sign of tracks and they have concluded the men never left the fort. Report 3. A report from the Master of Arms. I have discovered 10 small casks of 5 large casks of black powder. 10 small casks and 5 large casks of black powder missing. It is difficult to account for the missing supplies since only 5 people in the entire fort have access to the key that would open the black powder storage. Commander Lucius headed the search himself after receiving the worrying report. Starting from the bottom levels all the way to the top of the towers, nothing was found. Wait, there is no way there. And that's a dead end, or no? That will lead back. Okay, we can't get in here. Okay, that's the Legion supplies. Now we have a choice. We can deliver supplies to either the Black Legion or to Homestead. I'm thinking to deliver it to Homestead. That's a lot of bodies. And something is going on the other side there. Oh, the boss might be there. I'm pretty sure Homestead needs supplies more than the Black Legion right now. That's a boss.
That skill's not right.
There was another report over there. I think we can reach it from here. Okay, now it's just need to find a way to it. That might be the way. Here we go. This is my final report on the massive explosion that has destroyed the North Courtyard. It is intended to be read with the compiled notes pulled together from the past week. With the intent of establishing a damage report and a death toll, I assembled a squad of soldiers and led them into the shattered depths below Fort Icon. The explosion appears to have blown down into the sewers, making the smell in the armory ungodly. That in and of itself has made it almost impossible to go down there. The plumes of the smoke reduce our vision, choke the air. Crumbling walls support and floors were in constant danger of additional collapse. The explosion appears to have been centered on a single large support below the armory. At the bottom of the devastation, we found several dead men, charred almost beyond recognition. They appear to be the men that went missing earlier this week. My investigation indicates that the missing men were using the stolen black powder to make an opening in the sewers to make their escape. In closing of this report, I'd like to raise two concerns. The first, one of the men was an explosive expert and should have been aware of the destructive potential of so much powder. By itself, I wouldn't give this detail a second thought if not for my second concern. Another of the men has been with the Black Legion for nearly 8 years, with no sign of dissent or disagreement with command. In fact, he was due promotion to a commanding position soon. Something doesn't fit here. The tale that is painted indicates sabotage from within, but who would go to such length to frame these men? Without more information, I cannot say for certainty what is going on, but my gut is telling me that there are more at play here than it first appears. Captain Frederick Backnell. Well, he is right about that, that's for sure. Will this take us to the boss? I think it will. Okay, where are you? Oh, there you are. But yeah, he is not really how I was imagining. There we go. Untitled letter. I have successfully infiltrated the fort as you commanded. It is ironic that the commander of this garrison is one of the weakest minds I've ever encountered. There is so much turmoil and fear that resides within him that he was easy to manipulate and overwhelm. While I do have full control of his body, there is something in the region that tampers with direct communication. Something tainted and ancient. Anything capable of such act demands further investigation. I write this correspondence in the meantime so that another may look into this matter. Fort Icon has proven to be a challenge for us, and now I understand why. The vast stores of weapons and war machines the humans have amassed is staggering. It is a wonder that they have not exterminated themselves in their endless pursuit of warfare and self-destruction. Nevertheless, everything moves according to our grand plans. I have already taken steps to sabotage their armory and planted the evidence leading to several deserters. Nobody suspects my involvement. The main reason I have deemed it necessary to report to you comes from an unexpected discovery. The anomaly, the revealer of secrets, walks among these humans and even now shares with them our plans. We have since adjusted our projectors in this region, ensuring that anything the anomaly reveals is no use to the humans. But its knowledge of our ways could still prove determinant to our success on this world. But now I have begun sowing the seeds of distrust about the anomaly to the humans. Their fear is so great that they had it moved to the prison, where it remains. Once my sabotage is complete and the gates are open, Fort Icon will fall. Then we can deal with the traitor as it's fitting of such unprecedented betrayal. Okay, so they actually have someone to betray them themselves in the prison. That's interesting. Yeah, we have the explosives. We have everything else. There's no chests in this room. It's out here. This trash, however. That will take us back. Oh, hello guys. Oh wait, you're upstairs, okay. Let's clear the gates. Okay, we're going to hand the supplies into the homestead. Is there a mission here? Hi there. What brings you to Homestead? I brought supplies from the Black Legion. All of this for us? I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'm shocked to hear the Legion is willingly to share their resources. They did not need them as much as you. And we got another inventory bag. That's lovely. Right. I don't think they would like that we just did this, but whatever, who cares? These people are in need for it more. Just families, farmers. These people up here are armed with weapons. We should talk to him again. I don't know what you think you're doing, but what good do you think those supplies will do when the Legion falls and those people at home that are left to fend for themselves? We are humanity's last line of defense and you crippled us. Those people needed the supplies more.
Good work down there. We need to secure a forward position at the necropolis immediately.
Where do you need me?
We cannot simply march our forces straight into the necropolis. The cult's minions will descend upon us in force. We will be crushed before we can even get near the Tomb of the Watchers. Instead, we will put your unique skills to use. Make your way into the necropolis past the Plains of Strife, and secure the nearest rift gate. Once you've done so, Algrim will come through with a contingent of our men. With the element of surprise on our side, we will strike at the enemy from within.
I will head to Necropolis at once. What do we want? Wait, what about you? You're not from the Legion. Perhaps there is something you could help me with. Something that can't involve the troops. What is it? With the recent arterial attack, I cannot allow this deception to carry on any longer. Anastasia, the witch who was allowed to enter our fold, must be put down. The Inquisitor insists that she not to be harmed, but the trust he has her but the trust he has in her is misplaced. Commander Lucius was an honorable man and a dedicated soldier up until he was possessed by the Ethereals. I refuse to believe that Anasteria's witchcraft was not involved in his corruption. As we're under strict orders not to harm her, I need someone outside the Legion such as yourself to handle this for me. Will you enter Fort Prison and deal with the wretched witch? Yeah, I will deal with the witch. That is the anomaly, I guess, then. But then she is not against us. I suppose. Are you the witch?
My, what a curiosity you are.
What is this? A human and yet not. There is an aura about you, stranger, but I cannot sense the spirit. Tell me, what fate has befallen you? I was possessed by an ethereal, but it left me at a hangman's noose. What a marvel you are. They say that to become one of an ethereal, you must lose all that defines you, but it seems there is more to the mystery and rumors let on. The Aether holds many secrets, but few are held from me. There are those who fear such power, but that is why you're here, no? Why should I trust you? I assure you, I came to the Legion with the full intent of helping them battle against the ethereal invasion. My information has already saved many lives, but Captain Reeve and the other refused to see it. Will you join them in condemning me for what I do as well? Well, let's see here. The note we found on the commander mentioned her. So, that's our proof that she was not working with them, I would say. Or maybe she changed. Maybe she was swapping sides. For some kind of strange reason. Very well, I will defy Reeve. Wonderful, now that we put that unpleasantness behind us, I was hoping you could hear me out. Nobody in the Legion will help me, but perhaps you will be more understanding. What's wrong? With all the commotion during the ethereal attack, I'm afraid that most of my personal stores were damaged or even destroyed. If I'm to continue my work here, I must have another ancient heart, blood cathone, and a tainted brain matter. They are pivotal to my research, but acquiring them on my own is simply out of the question for this old crone. Will you be so kind as to gather these materials for me? Yeah, sure. I will gather them for you. Now, I believe we actually have that. Well, that seems to be rubbish. We need to go to, I'll say Devil's Crossing, or some time ago.
I hope you figure something out with Homestead soon, or I'm going to have to make some difficult decisions. There's not enough food to go around as it is. Come winter, we will all be doomed. It's going to be impossible to travel with so many people when the snow hits. We will have to leave sooner than that and hope for the best out on the road.
Yeah, I'm working on it, don't worry. Okay, let's hear. That's blood and tainted brain matter. Yeah, we got it. Right. Here we go. Do you have the materials? Yes, here they are. Wonderful. These should last me for some time. Say, have you ever heard of the tale of the great beast, Baranath? No, but I'd like to hear it. There's a legend as old as time, it seems, with countless retelling of different heroes and sometimes even different creatures. In each of them, a great hero tracks down a monster that has been tormenting local villages. The hunt takes the hero 10 long years through forgotten lands and to far-off shores, but it always ends atop of a mountain where Baranath is impaled upon a spear of bone. The beast plummets from the peak, and from its spilled blood were born the fiends and monsters we dread to this day. The details are muddled in folklore, but one remains constant. Baranath once lived. To have a piece of such ancient lineage could prove useful to my spell work, and I believe I know where one such spawn of Baranath dwells. The people of Burwich calls it Kaliska the Bone Hunter. It hunts within the area called Eastmarsh, but makes its dwelling up in the crags. Track down this creature for me and slay it, then harvest one of its fangs and bring it to me. Yeah, sure. Then we are going back to Eastmarsh. We don't have a port here, so we have to go from the village. Let's see here. I'm just going to the bathroom quickly before we enter in there. We're back.